think would be marginally race favourites. But there's a lot of towpath talk about Shrewsbury being able to roll them down at the finish. And we'll see how this race progresses. Eton the bigger and stronger crew, I think. For my money, rapidly improving through the season.
They're actually pretty similar on their averages, but yeah, often sort of Eton feel like they're bigger, don't they? They somehow get that presence on the water. But Shrewsbury, you're right, there's a lot of hope on the bank there. There are a lot of parents coming to watch this race, and it's been a while since Shrewsbury have been at the weekend. They've only won once, I think, back in 2007, sort of this century. Otherwise, it's back 50s, 60s. So they want to make some history. They want to put the Eton boys under some pressure. But I think Eton are already starting to show their bows ahead.
Yeah, Shrewsbury will expect that. Their coaching team is saying Grant and Athol Hundermark will know all about the profile of the Eton race. And talking to Bobby Thatcher, who's the coach of the St Paul's boat, Kath, he really rates the Shrewsbury stroke man, the young Dominic Sullivan, 17 years of age. He says he's got a real drive through the last 500 metres of a race. He saw that at Marlow, and you know, he thinks that Shrewsbury could be in a position to take Eton, but the crew at the top of your picture, Shrewsbury, need to stay in contact. They are doing so at the moment. I think it's a pretty decent start.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. Actually, I think they sort of, if anything, kind of claw back. We're pretty much level, aren't we? And this is, you know, the mind games start already here. So we've had a good start. Everyone will have wanted to get an edge out of the start, but I'm not sure anyone has got much of an edge. So now, can they get into something really sustainable that allows them to sprint at the end? Because let's face it, they're probably going to need a sprint.
So Eton got a new coach this year, Mark Fangan Hall, the Brit who went over to Australia, worked with the lightweight women's programme there so successfully. And of course, Mark's dad, the famous Graham Hall, coached the British Olympic 8 to a silver medal in 1980 in Moscow. So real heritage in Mark's family there. He's so pleased to be the first 8 coach at Eton. And he has taken these roles. Well, I think they were a bit rough and ready at the start of the season, and Mark's tried to sort of school them in, you know, nice sort of sexy rowing, easy flowing rowing. Still got a little bit of way to go, but I thought the 8 looked really good yesterday. And
yeah, against the Australian schoolboys, yeah, they did look very, very smooth. And I think it's that, you know, they somehow look a bit bigger to me. The power, the length they're getting, they're levering a bit more, so it somehow looks like they're really working that water through. Shrewsbury they're very close now, aren't they, the two crews? So they're going to be really aware of each other, and they need to really keep their heads now as they get into the guts of the race and dig in. But this is close.
Yeah, it is close, and this is a great road for the Shrewsbury School. You kind of thought when Athol Hundermark went there from Abingdon, I think that that was going to be a really big thing for Shrewsbury, and they would start to dominate rowing. But at the moment, they haven't really quite promised. But this is a relatively young crew. We've got 16-year-old in the 3 seat of the Shrewsbury crew, Lewis Nairns. You can see him 1, 2, 3 from the bow, first guy with the white cap on, and he was selected for the first 8. And it's quite unusual to see a J16 in the first 8. At the moment, it's Eton leading though, but it's very, very close, and we are expecting a big finish burn from the Shrewsbury 8. They will have that in their back pocket. That's part of their tactic against this Eton crew, put them under pressure in the last part of the race. Eton will know all about that.
Yeah, no one's going to be feeling comfortable at this point in a race when you're side by side like this, and I think the longer they stay in really good contact, even if they're just to kind of bow down as they are, then they'll gain more confidence. But actually I can just see there's a bit of a push happening in the Eton crew now. They just made a move, they just sharpened, they went up a pit. They want to try and get a bit more out of this part of the race because they know about Shrewsbury's kick as well.
You can see the Eton stroke man there, the young Henry Pearson, one of the youngest set of brothers, and his brother Charlie stroked, I think, the Eton 8 in previous years. 2 members of this Eton crew lost in the race to Scotch last year. Bowman Max Ridgewell rode in 7 in that 8, and Oscar Carl Middleton, one of the GB trialists, rode in the bow, so he's now at 5 in this Eton 8. So 2 of them had the experience in that crew with, you know, losing to the monsters of Scotch.
They were huge. I remember them powerful, powerful boys from the Scotch College crew. But it looks more powerful now from Eton, doesn't it? And Shrewsbury got to cling on. They've still got good contact. They're definitely clinging in there. They're definitely going to be the terrier. They're not going to let Eton get away if they can help it. Eton, of course, they've got the history. They've won this event 13 times. and the next amount anyone's won it is 5. So they've got the history, they've got expectations on their shoulders in the Eton College crew. They're probably thought of perhaps as the favourites. Shrewsbury will see that they're there to really be an underdog that can come and unsettle them. They'll have great confidence from their races yesterday, both of the crews actually, but can they step on? They're coming under pressure in that Shrewsbury crew now.
So we really want to see something special from Shrewsbury now, so we're trying to look for Dominic Sullivan, the stroke man, really to take his crew right up. They haven't quite yet moved as they need to. The water's running out, there's about 450 metres. Sam Branford in 7, the big 6-man Joe Straw, Jack Lockett, Phoenix Lester, Louis Nares, Artem Stopanovich and Max Craik in the bows. They really have got it all to do. They're edging back, but it's so slow, Kath.
Their rate has gone up, but they didn't quite get the boat speed for it. They little bit got into that kind of washing machine whir of rate up and not completely got the boat speed for it. I think it's starting to move now, but actually they've got to do more under the water. They've got to make sure the move is really in terms of actually sprinting and levering. But they're looking across. I think they can feel that they're starting to come back now. There'll be roars coming from the grandstands.
That's a big charge from the Shrewsbury School. But Eton know all about that. They know all about that. And their cox, Ed Bracey, whose dad coxed Cambridge and his mum coxed Oxford back in the day, he will know that Shrewsbury will be charging and the time is running out for them to deliver. It's Eton College coming up to the finish in this semi-final of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup. They will no doubt have the honour of going head-to-head against St Paul's, who go later in their semi-final. But a great row from Shrewsbury, not quite enough at the finish. St Paul's, of course, got to race Radley and get through them in their semi-final.